Hey guys, welcome back. It's your boy Selassie. So in this video, I'll be talking about backgrounds in CSS, and I'll teach you guys how to use background images and background colors in CSS, and how to give your HTML containers some nice background image or some background color. It's a very short tutorial, so see you guys. So guys, let's look at a couple of ways we can use backgrounds in CSS. So let's go to our index file, open with brackets. So what I'm going to do is I'll just clear this from the previous lesson, the styling, and then I'll remove this as well, the div. Okay, I'll save this. So let's say I want to create a hero section for a web page, and I want to either use a background color or a background image. So first we'll start with background colors. So let's create a div now. So let's give the ID name as hero. You can give it any name you want, and then let's say we need some h5 or h6. Okay, and say hi, okay. Then let's get some h1 tag. I'm gracious. Excuse me, gracious Joshua. Okay, and then let's give another h4. Okay, this is done. h4, open and close. So I'll just put web designer, and then let's see, web designer / developer. Okay, developer. So this is what we have. So if we want to use this for the hero section of our web page, and then we want to add a background, so I'll go inside the style, and then as I told you in the previous lessons, to use the ID we need to use hash, and then the ID name, which is hero. Okay, so I'm just going to put the background as the background color. So let's say we want something, background color, let's say blue violet. Okay, and let me just give some random padding. So padding the top and the bottom will be, let's say, 200 px, and then the side, let's just give like 20 px. Okay, so for you to use to get the color of a background, this is what we use: background color, and then you put the color name. It can be red, or you can still use the color code RGB or whatever you want. So yeah, so let's save this and let's see what we have. So I'm just gonna open this. Yeah, so as you can see, we have the background. So let's see, I'll just make the text align center, and then the colors will be, I'll use white, so I can use the color code for white. And then let me just style the heading tags. So for that, let's say h hero, the first one, which is the h1. Let's say font size should be, since it's the main heading, the h1, so I'll give 45 px. Okay, I'll copy this and then come down, change this to h4, and I'll make this let's say 30. Okay, and then the first one, which is the h6, I'll make this 20. Okay, so I'll just save it. Yeah, so this is how you use background colors in CSS. So let's say instead of using this, you can use the RGB value. So let's say I want to use black, so that will be RGBA. Okay, the code will be 2000. Okay, and then the last one will be the opacity. So let's say I want the opacity to be 1. So I'll save this and then go reload. Yeah, so we have, so I can even reduce the opacity. So let's say I make it 0.5. I'll save and then reload. Sorry. So you've seen that we've been able to reduce the opacity. So this is the way you use background colors. And then the next thing I want us to look at is you can actually use gradient also. So for that, it will be to use gradient, we use background image. Okay, then I'll use linear gradient. Yeah, so this is how we use linear gradient. Then the first attribute you have to put is the degree, like the direction of the gradient. So let's say I want 180 degree. So I'll put, and then I'll put in the colors red and then yellow. Okay, then I'll save this. Okay, go back to our page and then reload. So you see we have this cool gradient. So as you can see, the red is coming from the top, then getting inside the yellow. This is 180, so I can make 90 degrees. So 90, save this. So you've seen the direction of the background has changed. Yeah, so this is how you use, so you can use solid colors, you can use gradient colors, and then the final one is to use image itself. So let's say I want to use a background image. So background, so yeah, background, then you have image, then the next thing is the URL. Sorry, so background image and then the URL. So I downloaded one picture from pixel.com. So the name of the image I have to put, which is hero. Okay, so this is the URL. You have to specify where the image is. So the image is in the same folder as the index.html file. So I'll just put the semicolon, then I'll save it. Voila. As you can see, the full image is not coming because the size is like big. So one more thing we can do is there is one attribute we can use, which is background size. Okay, background size, and then I'll make it I think here cover, and then I'll save. Once I go and reload, you see we have this nice background image. Okay, so let me just increase the padding and then the font size a little bit, make this 60, 40, and then make this 30. So you can see we have this nice background hero section. So hi, I'm Gracious Joshua, web designer and web developer. And then one more thing also we can do to add some cool effects like the parallax effect. So for the background attachment, I'll make it fixed. Okay, and then I'll save it. So let's say we have some content below this, we have some content after this container. Let's see, we have some few write-ups. Just duplicate this. Okay, and then I'll increase the font size P. Note, since the paragraph tag is not inside this hero container, I didn't put it here, so I just use the P tag. And then the font size, let's see, let's just make this 25px. Okay, so what is going to happen now is, since the background attachment is fixed, when you scroll down, you have this nice effect whereby the background is still there, and then you have this going over the image. Cool, yeah? So let's say we have this much. So once you scroll, it goes over the image. So this is how you get to use parallax effects. So let's say we don't have the background fix. So if I reload this, you see the whole thing goes up. Yeah. So these are a few ways you can use. And one more thing also is we can add border to our background image. So for that, we have to use this border. Okay, and then the first thing will be the color. So let's say I want to add red, and then the size of the border, so let's say 10px, and then I want it like solid. So there are a few things you can also change. So I'll save this and then reload. As you can see, we have this red border. So this is how you add border also to the image. So let's say I want, I think one more option, it can be dash also. Okay, dash. And then, yeah, so it will come like this. And you can even change this to dotted. Yeah, dotted, I'm sure. Yeah, so this is how it will come. So a few things you can just play around. So you can change the colors, yellow. Save this. And then yeah. So this is how you add border to your image. So let's say I want to make it round the edges. So there is one thing we can do, border radius. Okay, then I'll make it 20px. Okay, I'll go and reload. As you can see, the edges are round. Let me increase it a little bit so you can see. So let me make this the border radius 100px. Save. Yeah, so this is how you can make your border, the sides to be round. So you use the border radius and then you just enter the digit. So yeah, so we've seen how to use background images, how to use gradients, and how to use colors for our backgrounds. So once we start building our web pages, we'll be needing this to style our web page. Yeah, so I'll just clear this again, reload. Yeah, so that's it for this lesson. Thank you for watching once again. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Peace.